hello. How are ya? I didn't do one of these folding videos last week. I just like folded without you guys, and let me just tell you, I hated it. It was lonely and it sucked and I can't live without you guys, which is appropriate for today's video. Welcome back to my channel on certain days of which I clearly don't have a schedule anymore. I fold laundry and just chat. And like I said, it's been really actually so fun and so useful, and more so than getting like boring chores done. Like literally I hate folding laundry. I hate it so much. But besides having company while doing that, I'm really enjoying the conversations in the comments, and today I expect it to be just as engaging, if not more than usual. Today we're talking about changing careers, starting over again, refining passion, trying to figure out what you want to be when you grow up, even though you're a grown up. This is on the forefront of my mind currently, and part of me was like so like sort of feeling down today that I was like, oh, I'm just never gonna make a video again. I'm just not gonna make a video. I'm just gonna lay here and be sad. I was like, no, hold on. Calm yourself first and foremost. You always feel better when you do videos. And maybe this is a conversation that other people are having with themselves or with their family and friends, or need to be having or want to be having, and will be interested in listening and then, you know, discussing down below. I have been dabbling, I mean, you guys have heard me talk about this, like, I've been dabbling in this idea of like, well, what do I want to do? Am I going to be doing YouTube forever? I'm so grateful, and obviously I feel like a piece of my heart will always be here, even if it's just like, I mean, I've slowed down my schedule definitely since I got pregnant, and you know, once I have this beautiful, gorgeous baby, I'm not exactly sure what everything's gonna look like, but also like at some point I do feel like maybe it's time to move on, which is like, even just saying that, I get like very emotional. This has been such a huge part of my life, and even though it's not as like lucrative or booming as it used to be, I still find so much joy and take so much pride and like just love this little community here. Like this is been my life for a large chunk of my life, and I'm so grateful. So I'm not going anywhere as of yet, but I'm definitely like toying around and trying to figure out, you know, as we prepare for baby to come, so much is changing and so much is going to change, and so much is like, we can plan as much as we want, but like I don't even think we really know what we're in store for in terms of this tremendous gift that's coming into our life and this huge shift and journey we're about to embark on, as individuals and also as a couple. And so, you know, now is not like the best time ultimately to be thinking about shifting careers, but I'm also just trying to wrap my head around like, well, what does life look like for me, and what are my passions, and what am I good at, and what kind of example do I want to be for my child, and what kind of life work balance do I want to have. You know, the great thing about being here on YouTube is that there's so much flexibility in schedule, and I mean, it's just like such a heaven sent honestly and obviously, it's such a gift. And back when it was like super lucrative, I wish I would have, one, invested better. Quite honestly, that's a conversation for another day. Boy, I wish I would have invested better. And two, I guess I wish I would have appreciated more like just how awesome this is. So if you're a creator currently who is like making the bucks, dude, invest, and also appreciate, because it's such a gift. That being said, like, to continue to make this sustainable, you know, first of all, you can't like buy relevancy, or you can't like, not buy, you can't like make relevancy. You're either, people are either attracted to you as a creator or they're not, and that's just like the truth. But there are like best practices you can be doing and ways to be growing your career, and that involves like keeping up with the trends and like being on TikTok. And I just like, I have reached the point where I'm like, I like really, I'm never gonna go on TikTok. I think it's, I have so many feelings. I actually made a whole video about why I won't ever go on TikTok. I'll link that above, and you can check that out in the storytime playlist. I'm just ready for something different, and I don't know what that looks like. So I've been dabbling in like just looking at job boards and talking with other friends. I had mentioned in a video that I had spoken with, or I was going to be meeting with, and since then have, a past influencer who I grew up like doing YouTube with, who has moved on to the other side. And in this world, that's like to the corporate side of influencing. So she works, I think, in like brand management or talent management. She's something like on that side. And it was just really interesting and inspiring to hear her journey out of YouTube and into the corporate world. I don't necessarily know if that's for me, but like I'm continuing to have these conversations with people because I think it's fascinating, and I feel like you're never too old to change direction. You're never too old to attack a new passion. You're also like never too old to continue to follow your dream. And so I'm trying to like ground myself back into like, okay, well, what was my original dream? Because when I started YouTube, it was just a hobby way back in the day. I was just doing it for fun as I was auditioning for stuff. So I'm like, okay, wait a second. Is it the acting thing that I want to like try to get back into? I really hit a wall with that at some point because my anxiety was so bad. But now that I've matured, is there a version of that that looks cool for me? Do I like, I watched the Oscars this weekend and I was like so inspired by all the people that not only won and were nominated, but just like the people surrounding the whole event, the people that are like fearless and following their passions, and like especially the ones who were having major comebacks after years of not working. So I'm like, okay, do I tap back into that, or do I go back to my love of teaching? You know, I was a teacher. I made a video about that for so many years. I've kind of dabbled in looking into that. Obviously, I'm sort of in this weird like pause of a position because I'm pregnant. And by the time you see this tomorrow, I'll be halfway through my pregnancy, which is so crazy. Oh my God, so crazy. And I'm also just like so emotional, by the way. I'm just like overthinking everything. And, you know, I go down like, I like wake up in the middle of the night and I think about literally everything and go down every path. So you guys get to hear it all. So anyways, yeah, obviously I can't really like make any giant shifts now, but I think like I wanted to ask you guys just generally, like, are you all in careers, jobs, or on a path that you're happy with? Is it something that you have been like always wanting to do, or are you sort of in a job because it's sustainable, because it's like, you know, safe isn't the right word. It's smart. You're able to provide, and like, it's, what is the word I'm looking for? Not sustainable. I'll think of it in a second. It's a job that, it's a security. Hi, brain, security. It's a secure job. Or are you like chasing after a passion of yours, even if it's a difficult road? And would you ever be willing, if you're in something that maybe just isn't quite working for you anymore, would you be willing to like make the shift? And what does that look like? What job do you wish you could shift to if like money was an issue at this moment to like take a beat and apply? Or if like, I mean, the application process for these jobs is like insane. The qualifications, some of the funniest, like I've been like doing social media for so long before it was a thing, and like sometimes I'll look at those job postings and like I'm not even qualified for it. It makes like no sense. It's like bonkers. So if you were able to just score the job of your dreams, what would it be? What would that look like? And would you encourage your friends and your family, or even your younger self, to go after a new passion or go back to school even? My mom is awesome. She went back to school. Mom, were you 50 or 60? I can't remember. But it was like way later in her life. Not way later. No, way later. She's gonna kill me. It was later in her life, and she went back to school and got a whole different degree from what she was originally doing. And there's something just so liberating about that and exciting about that. And like, is that a path I want to go down? I know Grace, I was gonna say Daily Grace. Is her YouTube channel still Daily Grace, or was that the old channel she had? She went back to school. I know some people have gone on to be like entrepreneurs. It's just fascinating, and I feel like there's no shame surrounded around this. I feel like back in the day, maybe it would have been like people, like other influencers would like judge you for like sharing your struggles or for your low views or anything like that, and maybe they still do. I mean, but like I think it's real, right? Like, these are real conversations to be having. And although maybe you watching, like, you're like, okay, I'm not an influencer, I can't like relate to that. But this idea of maybe like the current job that you're in is just not providing you 100% with what you need, whether that's like emotionally or challenging wise, like, or financially, like, but the thought of also changing is so scary. I mean, change in general is frightening. I'm like so afraid of change, and I've been really trying to like sort of push against that fear, because I do believe like great things come with change. It's just like that initial hurdle of the change that is so challenging often. So yeah, this is the conversation we're having today. I'm not like trying to like, first of all, definitely not trying to be like, woe is me. I feel grateful that I have this opportunity and time to like really sit with my thoughts and my feelings. I also feel so blessed. Hold on one second, guys. She's got to roll her big bot over to get that. Oy. I also feel so blessed to have this job. I mean, let's be honest, I still have a job, but I'm just trying to think ahead for the future, and you know, I'm not throwing in the towel yet. I'm really enjoying doing the pregnancy content, and you guys are responding super well to it. Like, I can't even believe it. I'm really grateful for that. And then again, like, who knows what goes beyond that once we have the baby. I've shared my feelings on why we won't be sharing our baby on the internet. But when I did that, I did ask you guys for ideas about how to still make content, even though I won't be sharing like my whole life, like my new life on camera. And some of you really had some great suggestions and some great encouragements, and shared with me other channels. I'm also like, dude, do I go back to like doing the home decor thing? I kind of revisited my Instagram that I had for it, and I was like, whoa, I was like good at this, and I'm like enjoying this. Do I put all my efforts in that? I really have this time, this next, let's see, 20 weeks or so, to really like reflect. And then once the baby comes here, all plans go out the window, and I'll be focusing all my efforts on the babe. And then once we get into a rhythm and routine, then maybe another new chapter begins for me. Who knows? Excuse me. I'm just opening my heart, my head, my mind to new ideas, to new opportunities, having these conversations with like you guys, honestly, because you guys are such fantastic sounding boards, but also with other people in my life that I respect in this space, and in similar spaces that I'm interested in, and really just putting out the feelers and putting myself out there and taking some time to like meditate and think, and Jeff's been encouraging me to write again. Oh, I guess I just got choked up. He's such a great husband and a fantastic support system. I'm just like grateful to have a partner who is telling me that I'm doing a good job, even when I feel like I'm not. Sorry. Emotional, dude. Hormones like on fire, but also like I get emotional talking about him because it's been such wow, like to be able to have his support through this pregnancy is so tremendous, because it's such a whirlwind of emotions on its own, and then on top of me like sort of having this like reinvention conversation in my head. He's just been so supportive, so when I get down on myself and feel like I'm like a failure, he's always there to like lift me up. So anyways, oh my god, I got so sidetracked and so emotional. Who is she? What is this video? It's me. It's me. I can't hide it. And I guess that's why you guys still continue to watch. Hopefully this was helpful to someone out there who's maybe like sorting through these ideas as well, trying to figure it out. If you have any like brilliant ideas or even non-brilliant ideas, let me know in the comments below, and please answer my questions that I posed earlier. I do really love interacting with you guys. Do you guys read blogs? Do you visit blogs? It was funny, I was like using an old like Safari search thing that I hadn't used for a while, and I like saw some of my saved bookmarks, and a lot of the bookmarks were blogs that I used to follow. Most of them were like fashion blogs, but like I was sort of like, do I just put some of my thoughts and feelings like on paper somewhere? Like obviously the goal would be cool to like write another book, but that's like a whole journey that, you know, takes years to do and get published. And in the meantime, maybe there's a place for me to sort of, besides here where I just spew my thoughts and feelings, maybe there's a place where I can eloquently and succinctly and you know, put my thoughts and feelings, if these sort of things are helpful for people. I gotta say, like, I read these message boards, which are often silly. I've talked about them. Some of them are pretty silly, but like these like pregnancy message boards, and I do it because it's helpful to like just hear other people's thoughts and feelings who are going through similar things. A lot of people are going through, obviously they're all pregnant, but like they have very different circumstances, so I can't always relate to all their situations, but it's just like, it's just nice to hear other people's feelings, ideas, etc. that are going through similar things. So maybe there's something to that. Who knows? I'm dragging this on now because I have like 3 more items, but I'll leave you guys here with that. Thank you so much for going on this journey with me, for keeping me company as I cry and fold laundry. Oh my god, who would have thought when I started this channel and I was doing like comedy videos that I'd be here sitting and crying and folding laundry? Not me, that's for sure. But you know what? Life is a whirlwind and a roller coaster, and all we can do is just go with the flow, take the time to listen to our hearts, and really just try to follow what our gut is telling us. So there you go. I'm so grateful to be here with you guys. I love you, and I will see you most likely Friday. I think we'll do a vlog on Friday. I think that's right. I also have like a kind of off, whatever. I have an idea for a video, so stay tuned. The ideas are flowing in and out fast. A lot of times they make no sense, but here we are. Okay, love you guys. See you next time. Bye.